like I said, that's just from the backfield there. Nothing great, but a little bit of walnut. So we're gonna grab it because it's gonna be a big gravel pit anyway, and we're just gonna burn it anyway. So might as well get what we can out of it. Probably not real cost efficient, but it'll look good on paper. So let's go for that. I'm gonna get to cutting. I'm gonna see if I can throw you guys up here somewhere new. The wife says I need new angles, so I wonder if she was talking about logging. What's going on, everyone? I just realized there's a hydraulic leak in my head there, so I'm gonna take the panel off, check the hydraulic leak, see what's going on there, and then these there's two big bar bolts that kind of keep that whole hydraulic motor on, and they come loose all the time. And I noticed when you grease it, that's when they come loose. So I'll probably tighten those up. Got my handy dandy lunch pail toolbox with my diet food, my impact and stuff in it. Whatever works, right? I just wanted to show you guys this head. So, I love the head. It's been a good head. It's just, that's the only thing that ever comes up with it is, I'll show you. I'll take this top cover off, and these two bolts always come loose. We got 6 bolts here to hold that top cover on. It's pretty heavy duty. Takes a beating too. It's all the stuff you run into with it. Jesus. The old Milwaukee put them on there a little tight last time. I hate gloves, can't get nothing done with gloves. Lots of bark and sticks, everything else in here. Amazing how some of that stuff gets in there, but right there. That's out of the backfield. Walnut, piece of oak. Ugh. Not looking forward to trimming that stuff. I'm just slop topping. We're trimming and landing, just busy. Trying to get stuff done. Yeah. A lot of debris in there. if I rotate my head, take a stick and just kind of poke around, a lot of that'll fall out. But this is what I was going to show you guys. Can't find the stick good enough. Pop these rubbers out. So you got these rubber pucks here, go on top. These are Allen heads, and they're pretty much like two studs, and they keep the motor and the bar level. I guess that's what I would call them, as studs. I believe they're a 14. I got. And Tigercat does a good job on the outside here. You can grease these, but it seems like every time I grease them, they come loose. So, I mean, I like doing maintenance, but something's going on there. So that was pretty loose. That was a lot looser than I thought it was. Probably a lot looser than it's ever been. This one's got. I'll tighten them up both together. Never had a rubber give me so much trouble. Another joke. Guess I should carry a pocket knife or anything. A screwdriver. Hold on a second. Ha! Keys. Well, let's use a key that's not so important. That skitter's too thick. I got a lot of these, so. There we go. That was smarter. Smarter. Drink my smart water. That one was tight, but this back one was not. Alrighty. So usually I would look for a hydraulic leak, but like I said, there's one in here, but I don't know, it's not down here, so it must be coming up from up higher. And this is about all the tools I got, so big stuff like that get down in there. It gets in the head there where the grapples open and close, and then it migrates down here. I don't mind leaving some of it in there. It kind of keeps everything tight, but probably a fire hazard too, I guess. But let's try to get the bigger chunks out so they don't break nothing. I flip these back over in there like that. Put that back. Put your Allen heads back on so you don't forget them. Wipe your hands on your pants because we all know that drives mama nuts. A little greasy here. It is, I don't know, mid-January. Beginning mid, and in Michigan, and it's been a lot of days. It's been, today it's supposed to get up to 45. A lot of days it's been around the 40s, so you can imagine the logging is not really great right now. But this is going to be another gravel pit, and I'm sick of sitting at home, so waiting for it to dry or freeze. And the sad thing is, it's probably gonna dry before it freezes, the way the weather's. I take that back, it's gonna rain a lot, so that's not gonna happen either, but we're definitely far off from frozen weather like we're used to. So that's a bummer, because I'm gonna have to have frozen ground to get the logs to the road for the trucks, because it's kind of clay here with all the rock that's here, and it's making it very difficult. I can't even get my pickup truck back here. We've been driving the skidder. I've been driving the skidder back to the cutter in the woods, just because I leave my truck at the road, and because there's no way the pickup would even make it back here. So, and it's a 95-mile drive each way to work every day, to and from, 95 each. So by the time you drive in a landing, get your mud all packed up in there, and then drive home 95 miles, my teeth would probably rattle out of my head. So park at the road, drive the skidder back here, the cutter, bring your lunch, bring everything that you think you might need and more, and work all day and then go home at dark. And this time of the year, dark is not very, I feel like it's darker more than it's light, and it probably is. So by the time we get here in the morning, we try to start at daylight. So right now it's like 7:30, and then usually packing out of the woods by 5:36. So 4 hours of driving a day just to get to and from work takes a lot of your time up, so makes for a long day. Tell you what, I like my Milwaukee stuff. I know guys are gonna say DeWalt or whatever else, but I've been buying the Milwaukee stuff lately, and wow, it's I bought a 1-inch for the shop, big 1-inch gun, and it's impressive. Very impressive. And it'll be nice because when we need to change tires out on the landing, I don't have to bring a generator or whatever else. I can just bring that big 1-inch and change my big tire, or my tires to swamp tires if I need to, for the skidders or whatever else might need on the cutter or whatever. Plus it's a lot less noisy when you don't have a big old air compressor running all the time. That makes it a lot nicer. So now that that's done, here's a big hickory stump. Just got done cutting. I come up the hill there and I cut halfway through it from that side. I got up on this side and I just did a little relief, like a notch cut. Tipped my bar saw up and notched it on the backside, and then came over here and cut it. And I got it to go right there where I wanted it. And then I flopped it over here and put my top down here in the hole where I'm putting a lot of the tops right here. But it's a pretty good sized tree. I mean, it's not the that's a 12-inch boot, so I mean that's a good sized tree right there. I mean, I pulled a little bit of it, but it came out of the stump, not so much out of the log, so not a big deal. Hickory's not nothing spectacular right now, nothing really is. So, but a lot of these sticks and stuff, there's my hydraulic leak, but a lot of my sticks and stuff, you get in these little holes. There's one here and there's one on the other side, and then they get down in there and you can kind of see it, and kind of get way down in there. You can see kind of a leak right there, so might pull that panel off right there and just see if that's an easy fix. I need to grease today too. I brought my grease gun back here, but I know I don't have the right wrench to tighten any lines because I only got a 15/16, And I need to throw some tools in here just so I don't have to travel back and forth. But been super happy with this head. It's a good head. A lot of guys, oh, why aren't you running the circular saw or whatever, and or they're intermittent. And if I was gonna go intermittent, I think I would just go hot saw. I mean, I don't see the point of having an intermittent. And you know, if you bend the disc on an intermittent, it's like 20 grand. And if you just run a hot saw, I think it's probably cheaper. Plus, I don't think you have the chance of bending them as easy as a intermittent. And this head's been good. I like it. For all the oddball stuff I do, it works out great. So I think maybe eventually I might buy a wheeled feller buncher, and then like cut all the little stuff with the wheeled feller buncher, because it's a little quicker and you can cut the little stuff, and then leave this for the bigger timber, the select cuts, the highway stuff, that kind of stuff. And then with the wheeled feller buncher, I'd get a mulcher for the front of it too, so I can do some mulching. So that was kind of what I've been thinking lately, and we'll see where it goes. But we're in some bigger stuff here. There's some, I mean, that's a big tulip behind the cutter there. Here's a big red oak, a couple big red oaks and hickories over there. I mean, a pretty good sized timber. Some of it's just junk, some walnut over there, but we're getting her done. So, and with this kind of weather, I'm happy. I mean, all you can do is your best. So we're gonna keep chugging along here. Thanks for watching, guys.